John Rush. And I'm your host, John Rush. Rush to Reason, KLZ 560, final hour on this fantastic Thursday evening here in the Mile High City. John Rush, Cassie George, and Charlie Grimes, our engineer. Alex Smith joining us now from America Rising. Alex, welcome to Rush to Reason. How are you today?
Thanks so much for having me, John.
Thank you. We appreciate you joining us. You are the comms director for America Rising, a political action committee, and you're going to talk about exposing the truth about Democrats. Is there really truth about Democrats?
Well, we got to keep an eye on them to
yes,
make
we
sure
do.
That everyone's paying attention.
That is a fact. So you're actually, real quick, America Rising PAC was founded, in the spring of 2013 for the sole purpose of exposing the truth about Democrats through video tracking, research, strategic communications, and you guys have uncovered countless instances of Democrat, hypocrisy and taken action to hold them accountable. How do you do all of that?
Well, we do it through watching Democrats through publicly available means, whether that means sending a tracker out to an event that they might be having to videotape them. Oftentimes, these candidates are way more candid than they would be if they weren't in front of, news cameras. So we definitely get some of their unscripted remarks. And then we look at some of the information that an average citizen could get on a candidate, whether that's a public information request or through public information access laws or, looking at property records. As much as we would like to think of opposition research as a very sexy business, a lot of it is mundane work, digging through files
Sure.
and methodically putting together a research report.
So give us some examples of some things that you guys have found that you feel may have even shifted the tide of a particular election maybe a little bit.
So probably one of my favorite instances of America Rising using freedom of information requests was back in the 2016 elections when America Rising used FOIA requests to request the records from public universities and colleges that were paying Hillary Clinton enormous sums of taxpayer money for her exorbitant speaking fees while she was on her book tour and on the speaking circuit after her time as Secretary of State. So we got to see some of the riders, meaning what she requested in her green room and the sums of money that were paid and the arrangements, surrounding these speeches. And as you'll remember, back in 2016, that was really key to painting the narrative about Hillary Clinton being someone who used her public offices for her own means.
Which she very much did. You guys, not only did you prove it, but multiple others did too. The Buffalo News remarked that America Rising was the rabid pit bull of the Republican Party. I think I would wear that badge, very much as honor.
Yes, it is a badge of honor for us. Look, in our 24/7 news media cycle, it's really easy to miss things. But these Democrats are saying things all the time that are really worthy of our attention, particularly with what's at stake in coming elections. I think that, as you can see, our country is at a very polarizing moment. And so the stakes are so much higher for fighting for what we believe in and making sure that radical policy proposals like Medicare for all and free college tuition, that we keep those in check. And, it's amazing what Democrats will sort of say and hope that it kind of gets lost in the shuffle, just to appease a certain constituency.
One of the things that's on your website, which, by the way, folks, if you want to go to the website, donate and really help these folks out, it would be worth doing. It's AmericaRisingPAC.org, AmericaRisingPAC.org. And there's an article there right now, 9 hours ago went up. Dems continue to push muddled message with focus on impeachment. We're not going to impeach Donald Trump. Why do they keep running down this path?
So this is probably one of my favorite stories of this particular cycle. In 2018, of course, Democrats very much hoped to take back the House. They're looking to the Senate, although the Senate map is really tough for them. And they're trying very hard not to repeat the same mistakes as 2016. They tried desperately to roll out this better deal agenda from Schumer and Pelosi, which totally flopped. No one cares about it. No one knows about it. And part of the reason it flopped is because Democrats cannot coalesce around one message. A guy, an agent of chaos, if you will, who is making it especially hard for them is Tom Steyer. This is the liberal, billionaire activist who goes out there with these campaigns. His newest campaign is to gather signatures of people who are interested in impeaching Donald Trump. And he's making life very hard for these candidates who are desperately trying to seem reasonable and moderate in all of these races out there, because he's sending these impeachment packets to their campaign offices. So it makes it the perfect opportunity for, people like us at America Rising, whether it's through our tracking program or other places, to ask these candidates, hey, did you see those impeachment materials? What do you think about those?
Interesting. They are just fixated on, well, first of all, they're sore losers. Let's start there. So, between Hillary Clinton, and everybody else that's on that side of the fence, they're very much a sore loser. They don't like the fact that they lost the last election. But in turn, I've never seen such sore losers continue to want to oust the guy that won just because, in fact, they're sore losers.
Well, I mean, look, I think that it goes without saying that in 2016, Democrats ran possibly the worst candidate in the history of our country.
Right.
And for
the worst candidate and the worst campaign ever.
Yes, I mean, look, they want to blame all kinds of different things, but the bottom line is that no one told them not to go campaign in Michigan. No one told them to skip Wisconsin. So,
well, and real quick, Alex, while you're talking again, Alex is with us. America Rising, it's a PAC, AmericaRisingPAC.org. And Alex, I just want to ask you a question, because you're of the age, and Cassie's sitting here as well. If Donald Trump did a very, very good job of using the electronic media to get his message across, knew exactly where to go, who to target, how to target them. They had the exact facts and figures, knowing exactly where they were at, where they were polling, all of the data they had at their fingertips. And frankly, they were just smarter than the other side. Hillary, on the other hand, their entire campaign was ran like the old dinosaur age was. And we're not in that day and age anymore. We just proved it in 2016.
Absolutely. You couldn't be more right about the fact that the president absolutely used unconventional means and new means to capture, people's attention. I think that, his use of social media will be something that people study for many, many years as a turning point in terms of the elections and how we run them.
Agree. I fully agree. In fact, I think we look 20 years from now and textbooks get rewritten and so on, whether you like Donald Trump or not, you're going to have to put him in a textbook and talk about how in 2016, he's the guy that changed the entire political landscape and won an election that should have been won by the other side, but he knew that side better than anyone else. That's why he won.
We will never forget Twitter.
That's right. That's exactly right. No, I mean,
it's in our history forever.
That's right. And unfortunately, and maybe it's fortunate for us, Alex, I was going to say she, as in Hillary, but they haven't figured out how to actually do that side, I don't think, even yet. And I think that's to our advantage even going into 2020.
I think that what social media is about, particularly for younger generations, it's about authenticity.
Yeah.
It's about, sort of being who you are and letting people view your life in real time and kind of have access to you. And so when Hillary Clinton, would tweet something, it just reminds me of how it seemed so scripted. It seemed exactly like the Hillary Clinton we saw speak in person. It was clear the tweet went through 20 advisors, maybe like 3 focus groups and, whoever else. Whereas, you got the impression from the president that it was what he was genuinely thinking.
It's raw.
I think that people did find that refreshing.
It's raw, and that's what people want right now. So again, Alex Smith, thank you very much for joining us. America Rising. Again, you can find them at AmericaRisingPAC.org. Go there, check out all the articles, donate if you can. Alex, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much. Anytime.
You bet. Appreciate it. Alex Smith, again, America Rising. Real quick, Front Range Mortgage